Hi, it's me, playing some Limbus Company, on today, May the 1st. Today is the start of Walpurgisnacht number 3, the 3rd, into a certain library's book. We've got 3 new things for extractions. As you can see, the first one has been showing for a little bit, is, Red Shoes Rhodion, also known as, Sanguine Desire. We have Dawn Office Fixer Sinclair, taking the role of Philip, everybody's favorite crybaby fixer, for this sequence of events. And as you'll be able to tell, he has a few animations, but that one takes a long time to start. I don't know why, but it's a pretty cool ID, and hopefully I'll be able to actually pull it, because since it's Walpurgisnacht, I have to actually do pulls. I can get to pity, so I only actually need to pull the ID and one of the ego in order to be able to get everything, thankfully. And then lastly, we have Wingbeat Ishmael, a he ego that is hilarious, actually. Also, it looks really cool. So, we've got some pulls to do. Starting off, we'll do our one extra paid pull on each of these banners to hopefully get Sinclair, but probably not. Yeah, I hope you like watching polls, because, we're gonna be here for a minute. The fact that it is 2 ego and a 3-star means that getting everything is going to actually be kinda resource reliant, unless we get insanely lucky, which I kinda doubt. I also have 2 of these, which I'm just going to use now because I'm never going to use them otherwise. I have every 3-star except for the one that just got added. I do not need to save them for any reason. And more shards is always nice, you know? Let's see some green, please. Yeah, that's the cool thing about Walpurgisnacht. You know if you got something from the event because it'll be green. Okay, so obviously we didn't get anything from that. Begin. As you can see, I have a little bit of lunacy, so hopefully that is enough. I kind of feel like my luck isn't on my side, though. I don't know. I mean, that didn't have a single Walpurgisnacht ID in it, and all of the old Walpurgisnacht IDs, I believe, are right up as well during the event. At least I would hope so. Oh, I have gotten nothing. Oh, that's cool. I'm pulling in the right banner, right? Yeah, I am. Just making sure, because I'm getting very unlucky. They also added 2 new announcers, the entirety of Molar Office, and also Yasad. This is a lie.
손이 가끔씩 떨릴 때가 있는데 겁쟁이처럼 보이지 않았으면 좋겠네요.
I like that you can just automatically tell if the game is lying to you by a 10 pull having 10 1-star IDs in it. That's always hilarious. But there we go. We have the piece that I'm most excited for because burn. But we'll get to that. Now I need 1 ego. That is all. Chances are I'm actually really unlucky when it comes to pulling egos, historically, unless that ego is telepole, in which case I'm insanely lucky. But of course we're not fishing for telepole, are we? We're fishing for, Wingbeat and Sanguine Desire. And getting very unlucky. And by unlucky, I mean this is pretty standard for when you're pulling ego. I mean, we'll know we have it by the fact that it'll be ego colored and I have every other ego in the game. Okay, there's at least something green here. I legitimately can't tell if that's ego colored or not. We'll find out. Nope, that was Sinclair again. Okay, fair enough. I really hope that I actually get one of them. How many pulls are we at? Only 90. I was expecting us to have done more by now. He's backing out does not reset the odds. It's always going to be 1.3%, right? I think? I don't actually know the odds for Ego. I just realized. Yeah, it's 1.3%. I hate that the announcers are the same odds, by the way. I legitimately could not care less about announcers whenever they get added in this game. And so I just hope I do not pull them, you know? That looks Sinclair colored.
그러니까 이번 의뢰는 말이죠.
미카, 이미 녹음 시작한 것 같은데?
응? 아니 저 양반 아직 술 마시고 있는데.
이런 건 기세로 하는 거야. 가보자.
Dislike, 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 dislike. Dislike the video. Okay, there's a 3-star, I guess. I don't need that, but thanks. More Dawn shards. I'm gonna run out of lunacy at this rate. Please just give me one of the ego, I beg of you. That is not an ego. That's the same 3-star I just pulled. Stop. I'm into paid lunacy now. Please, game. I don't want to have to put more money into this. And I only need one of them. I'm gonna have so much thread after this event's done, though. Oh.
정보팀을 관할하고 있는 노트입니다. 효율적인 정보를 활용하여 신속하게 제압을 해나가도록 하죠.
그래요.
Thank
그렇게
God.
가만히 있어요. 상처는 고기는 맛없으니까.
Good lord, that took way too long, and I got both announcers. How many pulls was that? 160! I still have to keep going until I get to Pity or get Sanguine Desire, but dang. The odds were just against me. Announcers are the same odds as pulling an ego. Like, and I got both announcers before I got any of the ego. Which is disappointing for me, but I guess anyone else playing the game would probably really like that. I'll use Yasad during the test today, I think, because why wouldn't I, you know? Oh, green. At this point, I'll kind of be a little upset if it gives me Sanguine Desire without Pity, because I think I only need to do one more 10 pull. It gave me... Oh, those give you thread boxes when you pull dupes? I've never pulled an announcer. For the record. Okay. Last 10 pull. And it got me nothing. Okay. I like that you can re-pull Sinclair if you really want to.
아름다운 춤을 추는 건 나뿐이어야 해. 그러니 네 발목을 잘라버리면.
It's such a cool looking ego. I have to admit. Alright. Why did it give me... Hold on. 95 thread. You know what? I'll take it. Wing Beat. Hold on. Wing Beat is, first off, the first ever 2-coin ego. And I can see why now, because it doesn't actually roll super high. First off, 1 less 3 gluttony, 2 pride. What ID uses this? I feel like this is not an ID that Ishmael has yet. There's not really a good ID for it at the moment. We've got base offense level, so +0. It is a 3 to 17 / gluttony ego. If this skill's healing exceeds this unit's max HP, redirect the excess healing to one ally with the least HP percentage instead. First coin is on hit, heal 18% of max HP on self. Second coin is heads hit, lose 1 to 2 SP. Reuse this coin up to 5 times per skill. That's a lot less harsh of an SP loss than I was expecting. This could potentially be 7 coins. What is that at max roll? So if you get no heads... Well, okay, if you only get to hit twice, that's 17. 24 first reuse, then 31, 38, 45. The last reroll of this skill will roll 52. I'm so glad that it can't roll that in a clash. This would just absolutely obliterate one enemy. On hit, heal self by 6 to tilde. This should be a dash. Heal self by 6 to 10% of damage dealt. Inflict 1 gluttony fragility, and inflict 1 to 3 bleed. First off, cool to have more ego with bleed. Second off, why would... The gluttony fragility is so overkill. It's already going to outdamage rip space, provided you hit heads with every single flip. We don't really need the fragility to aid that. The corrosion, 3 weight, it's a... Holy crap, that's high coin power. It's a 39 to 15 / gluttony ego. Targets the unit with the least core HP. Before attack, gain number of highest Jesus Christ. Gain number of highest resonance -2 attack weight, max of 1. Deal 5% HP damage to at most 5 random other allies. Heal HP on self equal to the damage dealt to allies. If this unit dealt damage to an ally, gain 2 attack power up this turn and gain 2 haste next turn. I don't know. Once per turn, the dealt damage includes damage dealt to shield HP, and this effect can kill allies. After attack, if the skill's healing exceeds this unit's maximum HP, gain excess heal divided by max HP times 10 offense level up next turn, up to 3 per turn. So that's a max of 30. That's not a max of 3 offense level up, right? That's crazy. Though, actually, now that I think about it, that's a lot of excess healing that you need. Tails hit, heal self by 15% of damage dealt. Tails hit, inflict 2 to 5 bleed. Okay. I see you, Ishmael. Yandere Ishmael. With passive, if the main target took HP damage this turn and isn't at max HP at skill use, on hit, when this unit is at max HP, deal +5 to +10% more damage, and when this unit isn't at max HP, deal 2 to 5 HP. That could obviously be a lot more damage total, and the healing is just nice, 7 times per turn. Okay. And it goes by skill use as well, not on hit for some reason. I don't know when that would be applicable otherwise. I guess if a skill heals before it goes off. Sorry, I'm hiccuping. Okay. This is a scary ego for damage. It is single target, though, so it's not probably as splashable as Ardor Blossom Star, the ego that it is currently competing with, but it's obviously healing for Ishmael, which is nice, and potentially healing for the rest of your party, too. And it looks like the damage to a single target would be absolutely crazy in the right setup. It does cost 25 sanity, I should point that out. That's higher than average. At Uptie 3, 2% more healing. Self-healing is increased by 2% total, and inflict 1 more max bleed. I'll be honest, I don't feel like that's worth it. Okay. And then the Erosion can gain 2 attack weight, so it can be 5 weight. It can gain 60 offense level up. That's an amount. Healing is increased by 5% of damage dealt, and Tails hit inflicts 1 more bleed total. I would like to point out, Tails hit against 5 enemies. This should really say after attack on both Uptie 3 and 4. Because Tails hit... Sorry, after Tails attack. My bad. Because Tails hit You would think 20% of the damage dealt is 20% of the total damage, but it's actually 20% of the total damage times the number of enemies hit. So this could theoretically heal a shit ton. And I guess that's why it can give you 60 offense level up. Or maybe it can't give you 60. Maybe it only gives you 6. And we're multiplying a number that's smaller than 1. So actually, I think this is just 6. It's not 60. That's still really good, and basically will always activate, because it does so much damage, right? So that's nice. That being said, I really don't feel like you need Uptie 4 for this. It's a pretty good ego by itself. Gluttony, an insane amount of gluttony fragility. We just need a really fast Ishmael, which, by the way, we have. Base Ishmael is really fast. Though probably isn't the Ishmael you'd want to most run this with. I legitimately don't know what Ishmael is best with this. It feels like... No, it's LCCB has the best Sin affinities for it. Anyways. Sanguine Desire Rhodia. First off, sanity cost of 15... because we're doing that now. Costs 1 Wrath, 3 Lust, 3 Pride, 3 Envy, so 10 total. It is a 21 to 33 / Lust Ego with 1 weight. Okay. Coin power +1 for every 2 bleed on the target, up to 9, so this can become a 21 to 42. So that's pretty decent. Combat start, the main target for the skill does not lose bleed count for this turn. And after attack, for 3 turns, lose 10 SP at turn end. So the total SP cost for this is 45, but of course, it's got the same effect as Bind, so it goes over time. This is really steep cost for this, actually, now that I think about it. Coin, inflict Lust affinity damage equal to bleed potency on the target times 1.2. At 4+ Lust Resonance, inflict Lust affinity damage equal to bleed potency on target times 1.5. And at 4+ Lust Absolute Resonance, inflict Lust affinity damage equal to bleed potency on target times 1.8. Bleed potency up to only 99 will be used to calculate for this skill, so the maximum anyways. On kill, if the skill or its coin effects deal damage that exceeds the target's and focused encounters the core's remaining HP, deal the excess damage as fixed damage between all enemies. This is an insane single target nuke for bleed. Does it fix bleed's problem? No, not really. The issue is that it doesn't have a way to sustain count mid-turn, and this does nothing for that. Well, I guess it does at the combat start. Actually, now that I think about it, you could target an enemy that has 0 bleed count, and then inflict a ton of bleed count on them. Because it won't decrease. It doesn't say you can't inflict more. So I didn't actually think about that when I was originally looking at this in the preview. That actually sounds better. Though I would like to state that it's still very expensive and somehow fueled best by Liu Rhodia. So, you know, that's certainly something. Actually, I don't even know the Sin affinities for base. Hey, base feels it alright. I think Liu probably feels it the best. Corrosion is a 30 to 19 5-weight / Lust Ego that costs 30 sanity. I was going to say the corrosion is cheaper, but overclock makes it the same. Target randomly. Before attack, gain number of highest resonance -2 attack weight up to 2, so it can be 7 weight. On hit, inflict 3+ Lust Resonance bleed. Maximum Lust Resonance taken into account being 5, so the most bleed it can inflict is 8. And also inflict 2 bleed count. That's super underwhelming for what it does, honestly. But okay. And then the passives, this unit's leftmost skill on the dashboard inflicts double the bleed potency once per turn. Theoretically, you would want to use this with Kurokuma Rhodia's crit inflict 10 bleed. But another thing to take into account is that it can double its own bleed infliction, so this can inflict 16 to each target, which is a good amount. but you do need to very heavily rely on Lust Resonance. Does Bleed even, like, build these very well, by the way? I know it builds Wrath and Lust really easily, and you only need one Wrath anyways, so that doesn't matter. Pride, it's probably good at. I don't remember Bleed doing a lot of Envy. I know Rhino Merceau does. But aside from that, I don't really remember. I guess Faust has Envy as well. At Uptie 3, it can gain 13 coin power. So instead of 21 to 42, it becomes 21 to 46. Increases the damage by like 30% from the effect. And that's all that changes. So it can still be... Ooh. Okay, no buffs outside of the skill effect itself. This rolls higher than Merceau's Capote. Provided that the target has 26 bleed potency. So that is an accomplishment. It still doesn't outdo Corroded Telepole. Neither does Wing Beat. I feel like I should point that out. Corroded Telepole is still the top power. 52 does not beat it. Then the Corrosion inflicts up to 2 more bleed and 1 more bleed count, and that's all it gains. Okay, that's fair. I guess it is a 7 AoE, so that's alright. What's really funny about this is that this can be used in conjunction with Garden of Thorns. I don't know why I see that synergy. It's literally just because it's Lust. And that's all I can say about it. Do you need it at Uptie 4? Probably not even in Bleed. Bleed still has the problem of not being able to inflict enough. And this kind of helps. Being the first single target VoV is weird to judge, because most VoV Ego are pretty good overall, just in general. So I don't know. Is it good? It might be a little expensive for what it does, all things considered. Even in Bleed, this is going to be insane against bosses. Let me state that first of all. If you're running Bleed, and it's against like an Abnormality boss with no minions, this is going to absolutely clobber them. Especially if she goes last. Which I guess Kurokuma Rodia would be able to do. Against groups of enemies, obviously you're going to want something else. But it makes it so that against boss battles at least, Bleed can be very potent. And also just Lust single target damage is really nice. So it's nice to have more Lust resonance effects.
슬퍼하고 있는 저를 위해 대신 울어줄 사람은 없겠죠.
And now we have the star of the show. Hello, Honglu. The heck? Why are you here? You know, you could try different kinds of tea once in a while. Is my Sanqua cha really that delicious? Master answers teasingly as though I was asking him the most obvious question in the world. Nice Shonbei will be back from a contract soon, so I opened the window wide for her return. Shonbei said that she'll just be making a quick stop at the workshop, so I don't suppose she'll be long. Days without contracts are always so peaceful. Chatting about the day-to-day goings-on with my master while sipping on a cup of Sanqua cha, worrying about our next month's rent with my Shonbei, who would be here any minute. It was a warm and gentle hour, not unlike the cold dawn of our office's namesake. I enjoyed that hour. I was making decent progress as a fixer, too. Under the skillful guidance of my master, I learned the basics of being a fixer. Things I should know if I was really serious about working in this field, and the tricks of using Stigma Workshop's weapons. Whichever contract we picked up, we managed. It was mostly thanks to my master and Sionbei's excellent skills, but still. Results begot recognition, and I naturally rose up through the fixer ranks. Proof that I was slowly bettering myself. But didn't really get to do anything in this contract either. My master was once a prominent fixer during the Smoke War. My Sionbei once took care of an urban legend contract all on her own. Between these two giants of our Dawn office, my earnest efforts amounted to nothing but a struggle not to fall behind. The two of them always reassured me that I wasn't useless, that I was helpful, But all that reassurance rang hollow. You got the invitation? It's that urban plague, the library, isn't it? Will I be going with you? Am I even going to be of any help to you two there? My self-doubt grew with no end. And with it, my faith in the two of them did as well. Too much. I guess I won't have to do much more than provide them some basic support. The faith that the two of them had this in the bag, but I wasn't really necessary. And with such shallow, selfish presumption, I walked into the library. My master who was so worried about me to the end. My Shunbei who refused to blame me for anything nor show any fear in face of the end. Even fixers of the affiliate office who offered me help. All were vanquished by the library. Each and every one of them turned into a book. Everyone I'd grown so used to always being there for me were gone. I alone survived. I consider if there's any point in me going back in there to fight them. The fabricated heart isn't so bad? No, that can't be. I consider escaping, reporting everything I've seen here to an association, and then asking them for help. That would be the most logical thing to do, right? You're right. No one really understood my true feelings. Fear grips me. It holds me back from moving on. I slowly retreat. Will this path really bring me nothing but suffering? A beautiful voice whispers comfort in my ears in every withdrawing step I take. Then, all of a sudden, I begin to wonder if everything I'd ever done were nothing more than self-serving justifications. And with it comes the inkling of an understanding that I will never be able to forge on so long as I continue protecting and embellishing myself with the shield of others. That the right path is the honest forward path, not the stuttering retreat disguised as selflessness. I accept that I wasn't even on a righteous path. That I am a squalid, hideous person. I admit it. I admit that I'm as uncaring and selfish as any other city dweller. And I cease my retreat. If I were to close my heart to everyone else, turn my back on them, could I truly love myself more? I don't know. I just don't know. Shield my eyes from apprehension. Plug my ears from the beautiful voice. Shut my mouth from the lies that I do this out of altruism. I convince myself that the unembellished reality is no more heartless than my self-serving daydreams, and turn to face the battlefield I had fled from. How unfortunate. The child failed to reveal his true self. He even fell short of full self-restraint. No one's going to cry on behalf of my sorrow. At the end of the day, this pain is my responsibility to bear, because it is an indelible stigma. If only the child gave greater care to his own emotions. He faced his feelings and all of its hellish flames and honed it all into a form of tool. The child failed to reach his pure self. Instead, he remained the form of a human and directed the tip of his sword against his enemies. That's okay. I once knew a child who was very much like him, a child who, even for a fleeting moment, reached the apex. That child also ignored me the first time, only to lend me his ears later. They are very similar to one another, so I suppose a similar end shall await this one at the end of his path. The child will eventually give up on forging onward, and he will retreat once again. You're wrong, Miss Carmen. I'm afraid. I'm so afraid that I want to let go of this blade and flee this place at this very moment. But I don't want to linger here any longer. Here? I don't want to linger here any longer. But that path is such a painful one to walk. I wish that he wouldn't subject himself to such suffering. The child, now freed from his shell, dangerously attempts to reach for the heavens when he has but a lone wing. Not knowing that his shaky consciousness was the only thing keeping his wing intact in the flames that devoured his emotions as fuel. He confidently regards the children of the library, his sword arm outstretched to meet their reception. This feeling is destiny bestowed upon me. I have to soar. I will break this shell that stands in my way. I'll break it altogether and soar to a higher place. How long will it be until that solitary wing of vanity melts into nothingness under a cascading emotions? There is no way to know for now, but on the day of your wings melting, on the day of your fall, Heed my words once again, dear child. A status's potency indicates how much damage it will deal. Not the case. Look at charge. Okay. Dawn Office Fixer Sinclair, and the first thing you're going to know about him is that he has 5 skills. Next, let's look at his passives. First off, 169 HP is very low, probably intentionally so. 3 to 7 speed is decent. 45 defense level is the average, so it doesn't mean much. Unfortunately, this Sinclair has the same HP total as Magic Bullet Otis, so only one of them is going to get Heathcliff's support passive effect. He has a few passives. First off, Unstable Shell of Ego activates without any resources. Turn start at 45 SP, consume 35 SP to enter the Volatile Ego Wax and Pinion state. This turn start effect does not activate repeatedly. If 2+ allies are defeated in a single turn, and if this unit's SP isn't at -45 at turn end, reset SP to 10, then enter the Volatile Ego Waxing Pinion state. If this unit gets staggered due to damage or raised stagger threshold when entering the Volatile Ego state, recover from stagger. If the stagger is something that cannot be naturally recovered from, this unit does not enter the Volatile Ego state. There's like one place in the game where this matters. Gain Volatile Passion while in the Volatile Ego state. And turn start at 0 or less SP, exit the Volatile Ego Wax and Pinion state. Volatile Passion says on hit, inflict 1 burn. If the main target has burn, final power +1. And when hit, if this unit had a defense skill chained at combat start, inflict burn against the attacker for the turn. How much? I don't know. Turn end, lose number of turns spent in Volatile Ego state times 5 SP with a maximum loss of 40. Oh! So theoretically, if you can gain 40 SP every turn, you can stay in this state forever. Very cool. Alright. Keep in mind that he does automatically get set to 10 SP. So, like, you know. We haven't even looked at the passives that need resources to fuel, and I can already tell that this is probably going to be a little painful to use, because getting down to 10 SP, 60% heads chance is always obnoxious. Stigma Workshop Weaponry / Passion. 3 Wrath Resonance. Oh. This unit inflicts 1 more burn potency with its skills, activates 6 times per turn. When in a Volatile Ego state and at 0+ SP, gain coin power plus SP divided by 20. Oh, so he can gain 2 coin power. And at 45 SP, gain 3 coin power instead. Oh. Okay. That's a bit of coin power. Good to know. At least it's Resonance activated. And the support passive, Resonance 3 again. When the Sinner, number 1 Sinner to be deployed hits heads, inflict 1 burn count 4 times per turn. With this passive, any unit can become a burn unit. That's not really important. The important part is 3 coin power. I know that being at 45 SP is not going to be easy to do, because you kind of rely on Ego that recover SP to be able to do that. And in Burn, there's actually not a lot of those. You have Blind Obsession Ishmael and Holiday Otis. And those are the 2 main ones. Any new sanity effects? Yes. This is different. Normally the base value is 10. It's 15 for him. So he actually gains more sanity on Clash Win, and also loses more sanity on Clash Lose. That makes sense, I suppose. Now his actual skills, starting with defense. Rue is a 15 to 20 block. When in a Volatile Ego state, base power +1 for every 2 burn on the target, up to 10. Is it 10 burn or 10 base power? I don't know. When in a Volatile Ego state, lose 5 SP. I'm never going to use this in a Volatile Ego state. It is +5 defense level, I suppose. Alright. Skill 1. Fierce Charge. It's a 3 to 10 gloom / skill with a single coin. And +2 offense level. When in a Volatile Ego state, consume 5 SP on use. On hit, inflict 2 burn, and heads hit when in a volatile ego state, reuse the coin once per skill. That's a 3 to 17 skill 1 for damage. That's kind of crazy, but only in volatile ego state and only on heads hit, so it's actually not as broken as it looks. Skill 2, Sunset Blade, is a 5 to 14 envy slash skill with 3 coins. If the target has 4+ burn, clash power +1. That doesn't... Okay. When in volatile ego state, consume 5 SP on use. Before attack, when in a volatile ego state, attack weight +1. And after attack, when in a volatile ego state, consume 5 SP. Okay. Every coin has inflict +1 burn count. Okay. So we've got our count inflictor with an AoE skill. That's always going to be exceptional. Skill 3, hold on. Stigmatize is a, what is this? 4 to 18 Pierce Wrath skill with 2 coins. If the target has 10+ burn, coin power +1, so it can pick up a 4 to 20. And when in a volatile ego state, activate Blazing Strike instead, so it just uses a different skill. Clash win. Heal 10 SP. Clash lose 10 SP. Each hit inflicts 3 burn, which is actually quite a lot. Blazing Strike. 13 to 28 Wrath Slash skill with 1 coin. This just gets used instead of Stigmatize if you're in volatile ego state. Coin power +1 for every 4. Sum of burn potency on all enemies up to 8. So this can become, what, 13 to 36? Clash lose 30 SP. Clash win heal 10 SP. Deal 5% more damage for every Wrath Resonance, up to 30%. That's literally the most you can get. After attack, lose 15 SP. Coin says deal plus 2.5% more damage for every burn on the target, up to 100%. That's 40 burn for maximum potential. On hit, if the target has 10+ burn, inflict 2 burn against number of highest resonance random enemies. On hit, inflict 10 burn, and on kill, randomly inflict burn potency of the defeated target between all enemies, up to 10 in focused encounters between all parts. Oh, so the on-kill effect inflicts a total of 10 burn at maximum. Okay, that's fine. That's a lot of garbage. There is a lot of effects on all of these skills, and most of them have to do with burn and changing his ego up. I like that it's a positive ego... a positive coin ID. It's taken me 40 minutes to get to this point in the video, by the way. I might want to point out. I feel like I'll have like 10 minutes cut out by now. But this is going to be a long one. Skill 1 gains nothing. I haven't seen a skill gain nothing at Upside 4 in a long time. Skill 2, at 45 SP, attack weight +2 instead. Cool. Very cool. Stigmatize. Coin power +1 for every 7 burn on target, up to 2. So this can become a 4 to 22. And that's all that changes on it. Blazing Strike. Coin power +2 for every 4 sum of burn potency on all enemies. Still a cap of 8, so it doesn't actually become more powerful. Doubles the damage dealt from Wrath Resonance effect. If at 4+ highest Wrath Absolute Resonance, deal 20% more damage for every Wrath Resonance instead, up to 120%. Deal 4% more damage for every 1 burn on target, up to 120%. This is caps out at 30 burn instead of 40, and the cap is raised by 20%. If the above resonance was a Wrath Resonance, inflict a +1 burn count as well. Okay. Rue becomes Lust and can gain 20... Am I reading this right? Is this 20 coin power or base power? That's a 35 to 40 guard in that case. If it's 20 burn, that's still a 25 to 30, which is stronger than any other guard in the game. Stigma Workshop Weaponry and Passion inflicts 1 more burn potency and count with its skills. I love that the only change to this is and count. I think it goes without saying that this is going to be a key player in burn teams. So that's cool. Yell upside. Why not? I'm not doing that. Sir, really not another bleed ID that is gluttony. Do I have to run base rodeo? Other new thing that got added is the Mirror of the Wuthering. I'm going to be doing that on stream after this video ends. We're going to be playing Mirror of the Wuthering for like 5 hours because I want to play it. The first thing I'm going to be doing is a hard run, and then I'm going to do like a normal run with every single archetype. But for now, I have a Walpurgisnacht to take care of. The fairies care. The fairies protect our employees. Everything will be peaceful while you are under the fairies' care. Yes, please. Alright, I sincerely hope that you all respect me for this, by the way. Oh, it auto gets everybody to 45? I wish I would have known that. I just leveled them all up. That's bad. Wait, no, you. Because, I up-tie forward base Rodeo for this. And you're gonna call me insane for that, and I don't blame you, really, because it's kind of insane. Alright, let's go. Okay, let's not go. I don't know what's happening. The error... I'm getting all the error codes tonight. Whoa. How are these green lights still green? Another unexpected alarm, but we all react to with measured astonishment, as we'd all grow rather used to the randomness of it all. It is unlikely that it has completely evaded the influence of T-Corp's singularity. However, it can be said that this partial retention of color can be attributed to the fact that Walpurgisnacht is a transitory moment in which numerous possibilities coincide. Makes sense. Faust nonchalantly walking up to the driver's seat and shutting off the alarm. Lo! 'Tis returned this whatever night. True. Don Quixote and her eyes that began twinkling at the smallest bit of diversion after another long period of idle standby. Why are we phrasing it like this? It's all just become a part of the routine. Even mysterious things like these Walpurgisnachts. Oh, and additional volatility, aside from the Walpurgisnacht, has been detected. An additional volatility? Indeed, the entrance to a new mirror dungeon has opened. Oh yeah, that. Heathcliff mutters quietly as he rises from his seat. I thought it was about time we got a new one. It happens every time you go through the bloody ringer. Didn't expect it to appear with the green flashes, though. Heathcliff lightly struck the end of his club against the floor in visible anticipation. The word that was once engraved to his club has changed. A few days ago, I saw him sitting at the back of the bus, busily sanding carving something into his club. I didn't have to ask to know what he meant by that new word, so I decided to not bring it up to anyone else. Only Heathcliff and I retain that memory, after all. Thought I was going mad from tedium. Come on, let's go bash some sods. Oh, nice. I like seeing some initiative from the sinners. Miss Faust? Indeed. Let us move without delay. Dante, bring us to the corridor past the back door. Got it. I tried my best to suppress this uncomfortable feeling I had about Heathcliff's newfound enthusiasm. Something was off about it, like it wasn't just some optimistic passion, but I led the sinners to the back door anyway. 2 types of doors at once, huh? 2 new sets of doors, just as Faust had predicted. One set of doors was, as I expected, 2 metal doors resonant with the sound of wuthering gusts, a new mirror dungeon. And the other set of doors was... Are these paper? It's all sparkly. It was an unfamiliar door radiating with an odd gleam of light. Technically, we did see the weird radio frequency-like squiggly lines around the door before, but everything else about it was new. I guess this one doesn't connect to the Lobotomy Corporation like the last one did. Weird. I think I'm hearing... Is that jazz? Wait, is this even a door? It's more like a window than a door, isn't it? Right. This new entrance definitely resembled a large window rather than a door. The window was blurry, and all I could see past it were some globs of shapes moving around. There appear to be several shambling entities past the entrance. Faust seemed to have realized something, but she didn't tell us what it was. Instead, she merely looked in my direction without saying a word. I'm starting to get what she means by that look. Guess I'll have to get in there to see what this is all about. Right, Faust? You are experiencing regular growth in capabilities. Faust considers this to be a positive development. Yeah. A field of green and a wall of tall, great trees appear before us as we enter the door. But at this point, it'll take a bit more than this to surprise us. It's so nice to have our colors back for once, huh? Quiet. There's an abnormality. So these things were what we saw past the window earlier? We are yet to be discovered. I recommend that we prepare for Combat Manager. This time, the sinners didn't need me to tell them what its nature was. It was pretty evident from the get-go that we'd be facing off against an abnormality by the looks of it. They stood on standby, ready to charge into battle at my command. But it's a bit different this time. So, Faust, I'm starting to get the hang of this Walpurgisnacht thing, and please, do continue. I think there's something different about these abnormalities. Can you explain why? Considering the nature of abnormalities, every encounter with an abnormality would be equivalent to an encounter with a summoned entity. Nevertheless, there exists a certain degree of difference when we encounter them in a refraction railway or a mirror dungeon. That is to say, we enter a site once known as the Library, a building that inexplicably appeared above the former L-Corp headquarters. And this exact location is said to be a space that exists within a book in which the abnormality resides. The library? Where have I heard that term before? Some sinners talked about it, that's for sure. Quite. Yet this space is fairly distinct from the containment units we had witnessed afore at one of the branches. It appears as though an ideal habitat has been established precisely for that abnormality's residence. A rather striking difference from their very limited space and unaccommodating environment provided by the containment units. Yes, you may compare this place to a terrarium. The abnormality inhabiting this place has transformed its environs to a form most suitable for its dwelling. Here are some comparisons that may make it easier for one to comprehend. A fish would fill this space with water, and a worm would fill this space with soil. Gotcha. So as long as the abnormality exists within this book, it can deck this place out with whatever fits its fancy, huh? It would be more accurate to say that an abnormality, once outside the confines of the Cliff-Off deterrence, can rebuild its environment to fit its needs. Whoa, that's kind of like free housing, huh? What? That's when Don Quixote, who was staying rather far from the group, who was made aware of these revelations only after Merceau had relayed them to her. Look! Our journey hath brought us inside a book, thou sayest? The library of legend that vanished like a mirage for truth? Suddenly blew up with explosive enthusiasm once again. I will add a preamble to in the future to prevent such outbursts. The enemies have detected us, Executive Manager. Yeah, let's get this over with first. Fairy Festival! The fourth fairy abnormality in this game that we can fight. Hi! Turn 1 of 99. Okay. So we're kind of playing Bleed? Not really. I mean, I just want to be able to use the new ego. So if the target has 5+ Bleed, coin power +1, heal 3% of max HP to the core. Oh, you've got 2 arms and a body. But the arms break really easy. Are the arms severable? No, they're just destructible. Okay, so we know the quick way to finish this then. Respite doesn't do anything. If the ally with prepared meat is at 1 HP, kill the ally, then all parts gain 5 fragile, attack power down, and defense power down. Turn start, if there are surviving allies at 25% less HP, kill all allies. Heal number of allies killed times 5% of max core HP. Turn end, if there are no surviving allies, gain 20 attack power up next turn. Pardon me? Okay. Turn end, all sinners heal 10 SP and gain 1 ego resource for all affinities. So I didn't need to build bleed at all. It turns out. That's fine. These guys heal 15% of max HP. HP does not drop below 1. Okay, so it's literally the Fairy Festival fight from Library. Got it. So I want to get one of them down to HP threshold, huh? Let's get Sinclair some sanity, I suppose. Actually, I need to get everybody some sanity. The problem is that my ability to win these clashes is probably not great. I'm just gonna make sure one of these guys goes down to 1 HP. Because that's smart, right? I don't know why I redid that. That was already gonna work. Cringe? Okay, good. So I did build bleed, but it kind of doesn't work like bleed because, okay, that's unfortunate. Ow. That hurt. Okay, he's definitely gonna be at 1 HP. This guy is not, but that's okay. Oh, wait. I accidentally ignored the fairy mark. I forgot that I need the enemy that has the marks to be at 1 HP. My bad. Axe combo. I have never used base Rhodia in a fight, by the way. Okay. I'm guessing already, huh? Okay. He has a blazing strike, too. I'm guessing the idea here is to get it to have fragile, and then full blast one of the arm. What? Prioritizes targets with prepared meat. If the target has 5 plus bleed, coin power plus 1. If the target has prepared meat, coin power plus 10. Coin power minus 5 for every broken arm. All parts gain 2 attack power up for the encounter stackable. But it has to kill. Reuse coin once. Don't let it win the clash. That's all I read here. I have to actually clash with it, I suppose. This literally can't lose the clash, so I guess I'll use it. I could probably ignore this. That's fine. And then everybody else just targets the arm, I would guess. And then hopefully next time we have that active, we can use both red shoes and wing beat against the arm. Cringed. I mean, I'm gonna lose a lot of sanity here, but that's fine. 82 damage. That was not a lot, honestly. Okay. Would like some sanity, please. Oh, I actually got it to activate. Wow. Okay, all I wanted was her not to stagger. That was it. Please, I don't think this breaks. Okay, well, it definitely doesn't if I get 2 tails. But, you know. Alright, scene. Oh, I love that it's doing scenes now. Okay, the arm is staggered. We've got 1 predation. Sinclair is at 35 sanity. Okay. At 45 SP, attack weight plus 2. There's no way I'm going to be at 45 sanity, so I'm just going to have you do this. And that'll definitely bring that guy down. Yeah. Neutral, that's acceptable. Oh. I feel like now is a good turn to red shoes, just so I can see the animation. I know that it's not optimal, for the record, but that's not the point. We're here to see the funny animations, not play optimally. I don't even know what the requirements for this fight are. Ooh, I actually hit the boss. That's good. That didn't kill the arm? Okay. That's fine, I suppose. There, now the arm's broken.
아름다운 춤을 추는 건 나뿐이어야 해. 그러니 네 발목을 잘라버리면
48 damage total. I mean, that's not a lot. I guess he only had 1 bleed, though, to be fair. Okay. Now would be the turn to wing beat. I wish she was going sooner. Ooh, you know what? I just realized. I'm gonna fluid sack. Because... Hold on. Here we go. Because I want to have full sanity when this starts so we get as many heads hits as possible, right? That's acceptable. I'm going to... You're not weak to slash, are you? Oh, yeah, you are. I've decided that I do not care. Okay. Slay Queen. Let's see how much damage Wingbeat ends up doing.
이 전투는 승리할 거예요.
I actually think that this is one of the best fights, one of the best Abnormality fight designs in Ruina in terms of how the fight works, I suppose. Because it's just really, like, cool. I broke another arm. I mean, I didn't. It's still alive. I've literally never seen this animation. That's amazing.
그래요. 그렇게 가만히 있어요. 상처는 고기는 맛없어.
Sick? That did 740 damage.
꽤잘 갈렸고.
Okay. Jesus. That was way harder than I expected. He lied. Faust explains that we find ourselves in the library's past. We are participating in a certain repeated battle within the library. Its purpose was to attain something called the realization of the floor of history. Wrong. Yeah, sorry, I don't understand most of what you said. Floor of history, huh? There are other floors too. That appears to be the case, yes. It can be extrapolated from the collected intelligence that the library is, like some normal libraries, composed of several floors divided by subjects such as literature or religion. Doesn't sound too different from your average library, but I doubt it's that straightforward. Anything more you can tell us about the library, Faust? Something more detailed? Faust's voice carries an air of troubled uncertainty, and I'm starting to realize why. So you don't know about that just yet, right? I see that you have intuited a certain degree of truth, Dante. I don't suppose there is any more reason for me to remain evasive regarding this particular subject. Faust let out a barely noticeable, but clearly shocked gasp before regaining her usual calm demeanor. Yes, I am yet to become a Faust who has access to that information. Yet to become? As your journey continues, I may also gradually gain recognition and access to further knowledge. One thing is certain, however. Faust regards this consistent, continuous improvement to be a positive development, Dante. I see. The longer my journey, the greater her knowledge, huh? Maybe that explains why she kept falling silent in the middle of her lectures. I have no idea how long this journey will last for, but who knows? Maybe we'll find ourselves at that library one day. With that, I return to the sinners wandering about the scattered pages of the Abnormality. It's a nice fight. I am genuinely shocked that Wingbeat did over 700 damage. I did manage to hit every head hit, but still. Yeah, that's accurate. Yeah, that feels pretty accurate. That's an insane ego. Alright, let's check out the missions. On easy, complete the suppression. Makes sense. Complete the suppression within 10 turns. That gives me the ban- wait, did I get everything? No. Let Fairy Queen defeat a fairy mass in a single encounter. Let Fairy Queen defeat a fairy mass in a single encounter again? Oh, 3 times. Okay, I see. Complete suppression without any ally deaths. Complete suppression without any of the allies' SP dropping to -45. I don't even know how that would happen. Inflict X plus potency of burn, bleed, rupture, or sinking to a single abnormality. Okay. Defeat the Fairy Queen with burn, bleed, rupture, or sinking damage in a single encounter. Oh, that sounds obnoxious. Complete suppression with the Librarian of History surviving and taking less than 10 hits. Alrighty then. For hard difficulty, complete the suppression, complete within 10 turns. Let it defeat a fairy mass in a single... 10 times? Let Fairy Queen defeat X plus Fairy Mass within a single turn of a single encounter. That just means get them all to 3 to -25%. Complete suppression without the Fairy Queen defeating any of the Fairy Masses. Complete suppression after breaking both of the Fairy Queen's arms. Inflict X plus potency of burn, bleed, rupture, or sinking. Inflict X plus potency of burn, bleed, rupture, or sinking to a single abnormality. Defeat the Fairy Queen with burn, bleed, rupture, or sinking damage. Librarian of History defeats X plus abnormalities with a single attack skill. Complete suppression without any ally deaths. Complete suppression without any of the allies' SP dropping to negative 45. Complete suppression with Librarian of History, surviving and taking less than 5 hits from enemies. Complete all missions in both easy and hard difficulties. Alright. Let's play some hard difficulty, shall we? Ooh, I like that hard has the other music. Gain 1 if this unit failed to defeat an ally with prepared meat. At 75% or less HP, gain 2. At 50%, gain 3. Lose 1 if this unit defeated an ally with prepared meat. At 0 value, gain number of allies defeated times 3 attack power down and defense power down. I see. Okay, well, they have 146 HP. If I need to kill 3 in a single turn, the best way to do that is just Sunset Blade with an AoE. Breaking both the arms shouldn't be too difficult, I don't think. That's unopposed. We're just gonna have to hope for some Clash wins here, it looks like. Except for you, you're not going to. Who are you targeting? You're targeting Rhodia. Wonderful. Do we still have the same effects, by the way? Yes, we still get free ego resources and free... yeah. Let's... I mean, that's struggling. I don't know a way to make that more consistent, I'll be honest. Sure, we can Wrath 3. That's fine. Okay. Okay. Awesome. Alright. Wasn't really much I could do about that. Okay. Very cool. Thank you, Sinclair. Oh, this is not going to be easy to clear in 10 turns. Dude. I need sanity. Stop. I almost feel like you're intended to use burn. I don't know, though. I don't know the best strat for this at the moment. I don't even care if this rolls well. I'm just trying to get sanity right now. And Sinclair enters Scary Boy mode immediately. Perfect. But I did not cause any staggers. Okay. Ryoshu can AoE, so that's nice. You can't, so I'm not gonna have you try. Yeah. That's obvious. This is not going to clash. This is. Okay. This seems a lot trickier to get... Okay, I didn't want to hit the boss with that, but I can't really control it anyways. This seems a lot trickier to get everything done that you need to. Like, the AoE thing is going to be a lot harder in this one than it is in the other one, from the looks. Thank you. Thank you, sir. It's 22 burn potency, but 0 count. I didn't get hits. It's epic. Okay. Oh, and I just got rid of all of its burn. Epic. Only killed 1. So it's gonna continue spawning them constantly, I guess, huh? Which makes sense. Wayne power +1 at 3 plus hunger. That means nothing to me. Okay. I still only have 1 bullet because I didn't hit anything. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to blind up. I'm going to blind obsession. It was worth checking, but blind obsession is the play. Queen's orders? You think I care? Alright, we've got some burn count going finally. That's what we need. If you're wondering what Butler Ryoshu is in the burn team, she's just insanely good Sin Affinity-wise. You don't need Gluttony at all, and Liu Ryoshu does not inflict, like, any burn. So, there's that to remember, too. Does this hit everything? It does hit everything. I don't know if that was all three. That was not all three. It only killed one of them. Okay, that's fine. Unfortunately, I have to break both arms. Which, granted, again, not that hard. What's the most efficient way to do it? The most efficient way to do this would be to use multiple AoE right now. And so I will. Yeah, that'll hit those three. I can't Ardor Blossom Star, so I'm just going to target that guy. Oh, I forgot to equip red shoes. That shouldn't matter. I suppose. I don't like that I'm hitting this guy way more than I need to, actually. Oh. I forgot that only rolls 13 on heads. My bad. Like, nobody uses this ego for, I mean, rightfully so, but, you know. That was 41? I have very high coin power. Nice stagger. That's an unfortunately small amount of damage. Okay. This is how you play burn, by the way. You just spam ego. It's not this easy normally, though. That hit one guy. Alright. That was only one kill from the effect, unfortunately. Have I broken both arms? No? I think the answer... No, they're both broken. They're both broken. Okay, how do I do this in a way that gets multiple kills? That is the question, right? I'm just always at 45 sanity, by the way. Don't worry about it. Well, I don't want to target the main boss. Hold on. This is going to be really annoying to set up. That's not even AoE right now. It's fine. Perfect. Setting up the rest is the problem, right? Is that enough? No, it's still gonna target the boss. Because that slot is untargeted, right? There's no real way for me to correct that either. I would have to do this, and then that'll hit everything, but then this won't. Oh no, it still does. Okay, epic. Now that that's set, you are gonna clash here. I'm pretty sure he's gonna hit the boss, unfortunately, but that's fine. I'm not... Yeah, that's fine. And then... Actually, I should hit one of the minions. I just don't want to clash is the issue. Unfortunate for my sake. Oh, wait. Oh, it did hit two of the minions. Wait, they can actually die. I just realized. It's not like before. You can't just get them to 1 HP. They actually perish. That sucks. For the purposes of this event. I'll be honest, that's really suck. I don't know how I'm gonna do that then. Alright. What turn is it? 6? Let's just kill the boss at this point. Probably. That's fine. Yeah, I don't know what the threshold is exactly for the fairy masses being annoying. You know, I just realized getting it to eat 10 minions in a single fight is just gonna take a long time. It's not even gonna be that hard.
뜨거운 불꽃이 마음을 녹일 수 있다면
Oh, and killing it with burn damage would be nice too.
이쪽이군. 아, 거기.
Get that annoying one out of the way. Because Grant, that is going to be an annoying one. Does not quite die to burn in 2 turns, which really stinks. I can hit it a couple of times, I suppose. That shouldn't kill it. Let's beat up some tiny babies.
여전히 무섭고 겁이 나. 그럼에도
This is obviously going to do a lot, but it should not kill. There's no way. Oh. I overkilled it. Oh well. Oh well. Alright. I see how it is. Alright, there you go. Feel free to add me if you want to test out the new stuff. I'll have it all on there at least for 2 weeks, and then I'll probably keep it on there for a while because it's obviously time-gated. In terms of the rest of the objectives for the Walpurgisnacht stuff, I'm gonna do that off camera. Like, obviously I could show it, but some of those objectives are very particular. I will, after this premiere is done, sorry it's a long one, but we'll be streaming some Mirror of the Wuthering, because I want to. So I hope you'll join me for that while we check out all of the new stuff in the new update. But if you don't, that's fine. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope that you have a great weekend. And I hope to see you back again soon. Bye!